Pessimistic?
This is more
Make
dividing than a
America
Trump
great
flag.
again? That's not pessimistic. We are.
That's optimistic.
No, with the exception of the fact that, given to whom you're speaking to, there might be an argument that America is still great. America was never great, depending on who you're talking
America
to.
is great because we have a Constitution.
Okay, so that Constitution also.
They're coming out. It's not that easy. They're coming out with. Thank you, guys.
I wouldn't have had an issue. I wouldn't have had an issue with this if you guys didn't do. If you didn't
Look,
try
I
to
didn't cover
confront.
your.
This was
your
confrontation.
display.
This is confrontation, baby.
You're being more confrontational.
Oh
By
no.
coming over and yelling. You want
yeah.
a media
I really,
spectacle.
if you want
you enjoy the
media
cameras.
spectacle, you say.
I've been
You
hearing
posted
parade,
that. You put that flag
parading
on the
around there,
ground.
yelling, screaming,
What you got
hollering.
was upstaged.
This is a.
That's
this is a
what this
spectacle,
was.
If I've ever seen one.
What you got was
Class act,
upstaged.
buddy, class act. That's restore humanity.
I'm always am, baby. I always am.
Who is we though? Who is we?
You're not human.
A hate-filled
You're not
mind is
human?
a terrible thing. Dehumanization
I
of a
hate
deadly
film.
force.
Yeah. Do you
No
have
allegiance
any
to a
problems
deadly
with
force.
this? Can you debate anything that is said here?
Who knows what that says?
Trump is for the hate. I can debate that.
Huh? Well, if you assume their assumptions.
We are in
then get
dangerous
ready.
times. You're right. We are in dangerous times. I will agree with that.
I might have to disagree with the put down your assault weapons, but that's the only one. That's the only disagreement because I'm pro-gun. But we see white supremacy. Now, just a couple of minutes ago, I had a bit of an argument with a guy named Richard
There's
Spencer.
some racist assholes out here. We're not gonna lie.
But that's what everybody is out here for. You're supporting people who they're pushing up.
Just
That's
because they
the-
endorse someone doesn't mean you move line with it.
No.
If I'm a racist and I endorse
Most
certain
And he won't-
most
and he
racists
won't-
aren't bad people. They really aren't. Most racists aren't necessarily bad people in general. Like as a person.
I'm
as
just
an
gonna
human.
step way
That is-
over here.
It's a philosophy. I'm not saying yes or no to it. I'm just saying they're not necessarily bad people. Okay.
You don't need to be nice to me.
I'm saying most people, like I would talk to the racist guy that you and probably you are talked to. He was a nice guy. He had a different philosophy. Maybe he disagreed
Are
with
you talking
things.
about Dick Spencer?
I'm talking about the guy with the beard.
Not the guy with the beard. I'm
Oh,
not.
I talked to him. So I don't know. Maybe talk to a different guy.
Yeah, you're talking about another guy.
The real question is, what can we do to come together? If you're talking about racism, that's the only
The thing the reason to
I'm
come.
gonna let him speak because he's gonna try to appeal to you. He's gonna speak softly. I got the bigger stick. Go for it, sir. I'm gonna step back.
I don't know if you're aware, I'm the one from Dallas, Texas, is able to bring the Black Lives Matter community, All Lives and Back to Blue community together to stand with our law enforcement officers. We were successfully able to do that because we actually talked to one another, communicated. Yeah, and hell, I'll be honest, there were some racists out there that actually put their differences to the side and said, look, we're all human beings at the end of the day. What do you think is the solution to that? How do you think we can come together? It doesn't matter. We should all be colorblind at the end of the day.
I have a solution. The solution is simple. You do the most you can do to progress yourself. Do not progress yourself as a group, a race, or conformity. When you progress yourself as a group or a race, that's when it becomes a problem. But if you progress yourself as yourself, trying to get rich, trying to have a happy life, then racism and minorities, there's no point to it. There's no argument, essentially. Like, do you understand? A lot of people, they use racism, they use minorities, they use these as an excuse. They use these to divide people, the Democrats, the globalists, the liberals, essentially.
But why would you pretty much, I mean, you dismiss the whole thing about the racism, the white supremacists that we see in today's crowd. You basically said that there's some good racism. That's not fair.
There's a reason there is bias. I was explaining this to this other guy, why there's bias against blacks. And the reason is because blacks have the most violence. They're the group that has the most violence. Compared to statistically, yes.
That's not
yes,
right.
It is. Yes,
That's
it is.
not fair.
Well, my
Just
phone's
because
off. I was reading statistics, they have the most violence, or at least reported violence, I guess.
never you're trusting stats and rhetoric coming from the people that we're complaining about. It is biased opinions. It is, I mean, I guarantee if you had found from unbiased sources, you would not.
There was a Wall Street Journal
Wall Street
research
Journal
done.
was owned by Murdoch.
Hold on. That said, yes, there was police bias against blacks, but there is not police bias when it comes to police killing blacks. That's what it stated.
But that does not excuse the police that are killing black people that are not that does not excuse the police that are killing black people
They
who
are,
are not
but
a part of
that's a
the
small
state.
piece of the pie. The main piece of the pie is actually black on black violence. That is the main piece of the pie. And no one wants to talk about that.
No,
National News
everybody.
does not want to talk
Okay,
about
let me
that.
help you out with something here. If you truly believe that that's an issue, why don't you go out to some of these? I don't know where you're from in the part, what
is
part
an
of the
issue,
country.
that's why I'm
okay, if you believe that, why don't you go help out them organizations, those reverends and?
I'm not to that point yet. I'm not to that point.
No, you got to be to that point now. You keep bringing it up.
No, I will.
If
When
you
I get
bring-
rich, I will.
No. Don't worry
make
about
sure
getting
those
rich. I'm not
innocent
asking you
people-
for money. I'm asking you for your body. People, why don't you do outreach and work with those communities that are trying to deal with those situations? You don't have to give money. You just have to give yourself.
Okay.
That's all you ask. That's all anybody
And
asks.
also, what about white on white violence? Why
There is
don't
white
you
on
talk
bias, but it is
about
lesser than the black on. And I'm just explaining in a human psyche why there is essentially biased against blacks. That's what it is.
But you're singling out black people. It's basically used as a weapon. But
Like I'm not saying it's right or wrong. That's I'm just saying what it is.
Well, number one, they need to stop putting a number on all of this here. What culture have this? Everybody has that. Everybody has hate.
It's natural.
Everybody has love. Everybody has jealousy. Everybody has this. It doesn't make. I mean, you got to realize something. For real. It's just like you might have whites don't want blacks in blacks neighborhood, or blacks don't want white, Indians don't this here. All of it is stupid. That's right. And see, stop putting a number on, well, black people is the most racist. See, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not black. I'm Native American.
Okay.
You see? And so when I look at a lot of things, who am I to judge when I'm carrying the same thing in me like you? If I say I hate you, I gotta know the reason why.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I agree.
So all of this crap
They're trying to keep
needs
their
to
feet
stop
off.
putting
Well,
it
I'm getting
up.
pushed. I'm sorry.
Cause let me ask you a question on this, in a biblical form.
I'm
If
not
this guy,
religious.
wait a minute, it don't make no difference. If this guy cracks open and God opened up and grabbed everybody with hate, all of this, white and black, what you think gonna happen? Huh?
Say that again. I didn't understand. Well, that's
That's why I think they're hugging.
well. See the reason.
You in control of your own life and your own destiny. If you continue to go around measuring and judging because somebody hates jealousy and this stuff, be prepared for it to be measured back to you.
Oh yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
dangerous.
Do I? You know you.
So stop saying blacks got more hate and this.
Well, I'm saying. Well, this is
I mean,
against the police
it
shooting
doesn't-
blacks. This is what it
doesn't-
pretty much
it
is
doesn't
about.
matter. It doesn't matter.
And this
It
doesn't
doesn't
get
matter. What
black on black
matter-
violence does not
what-
get national
wait,
news coverage
what
like
matters
black,
is this.
cops killing blacks, which has been shown that there's no bias when it comes to cops killing
Listen
blacks.
to this. White killing whites, black killing blacks, Italian killing Italian, some of everything. And then the same group of people full of hate would go kill each other. Don't that don't make sense, do it?
No.
Now, if this woman pregnant, and I'm black, you white, she never did nothing to us, we decided to go hurt her.
Most people aren't like that.
I ain't saying that. Was it right for us to do that to her?
No.
Is it right to sit down here and say who got the more hate?
Who has the more hate?
Or
That's your question about why you saying so and so have so much hate. Look, Where you from?
Okay, here's another thing. What gives Donald Trump? I'm gonna tell you something.
19-year-old can go online, order an AK-47, there's no way to stop it. I'll tell you why. It's the dark web. It operates all around.
Think about it. Australia has
Right, but guess what? You haven't lived to know what's going on. You haven't lived yet.
Ask this gentleman right here.
That doesn't mean it gotta continue. But if you look at
Can we all just back up a little?
All right, folks, things are getting a little bit hairy here. As you can see, some of the Black Lives Matter protesters are not really arguing, having more of a discussion, I'd say, with some of the other activists here, which I think is good. We do need to open up the dialogue and try to better understand each other. Stay tuned, guys. More videos coming soon from the RNC here in Cleveland at pressfortruth.ca.